And now it is time for another model building because I got invited. So this was the inspiration was now Micro Investor Unite. And now it is time to map out a whole nother, but it's similar, hard currency, soft currency. How do we create these new business models that transform the hard and the soft currency into the intention that we are all aiming for here on planet Earth? So that's part of this mapping process, is creating the ability. So we will start right here, right there. We'll put intention radio in the center. And here is one host, Culture for Care, and that's me. And then there are all sorts of other hosts, all these other hosts, and we are all on Intention Radio, the main platform that's creating the space for our voices to be heard, and for that I am grateful. So the invitation that I got was for me to go out and find 3 sponsors. So I go out and find 3 sponsors. Each one is willing to take on some financial responsibility and have ads and whatnot that go on my show. So that's 3 different sponsors going on my show that I go out and find. And then I feed that up into Intention Radio, and this helps to stabilize Intention Radio. And then brings the sponsor energy like that into this direction, which is Culture for Care, aiming at Intention Radio. So what I was seeing when I was first invited into the sponsor package was, and this is what, I'm pretty sure this is what was mapped out to me, yes, Emmanuel? So that I go and find 3 different sponsors, and then they give money and then get weekly ads and whatnot, and then that gets fed up, and then I would get a part of that resource to come back to help Culture for Care. So the money would come up, and then some would come back down again into Culture for Care. So that's what I'm thinking I heard. Now, what I thought when I was being invited into the sponsorship, I got all excited. So Emmanuel, what I was seeing is that Intention Radio has a large, and this is the morphic field, right here, all around here is the morphic field of planet Earth, in which we're on the web, and you're reaching out to the morphic field of all of these different regions all across the planet. There are people from all over the world listening and tuning in to Intention Radio. Now, I was envisioning you taking Intention Radio's ability to channel this energy from the morphic field, from the collective, and then circle it through your hosts to empower your hosts and being hooked up more and more and more in the larger collective field of what Intention Radio is about. And then as sponsorships happen, the webbing of the hosts and Intention Radio would really start to germinate more and more of what Intention Radio is about. So I was actually seeing the sponsorship packages as a way for Intention Radio to help hook up the morphic field of all of its listeners and feed it into the shows and creating a flow that way. And that, and so that I would be able to tap into this larger morphic field that is Intention Radio. So, and then this would help allow for the hosting and the shows to start to really feed off of this larger collective morphic field that I was seeing. So that, Emmanuel, is what I was seeing. Is there a way for us to do both? So what I was seeing, this is like mine, so there's the morphic field, and all of those circles are like the different continents that people are on. So those are all the people all around the world, and that's the morphic field of intention that Intention Radio is creating. And then how can it channel into the main part of Intention Radio, and then channel out to all the hosts, and I am one of them right here. Now so for me, then I'm looking at what the request was for me to find 3 sponsors to swim upstream into Intention Radio. So it would be amazing to create a structure that supported these 2 models, because see, the exponentialness of it could be very potent in this time of co-creation. So this is my invitation to you, Emmanuel, for a model, and wondering if you have any thoughts, if it's clear. I'm hopeful. That's my hope, is that this model is clear, or can become clear for us all, so that we can germinate and grow and allow for the inner resources of our collective juice points to manifest in the seed possibility to nurture us all in the new becoming. And in a way that reminds me of like an apple and an apple core, and those are the seeds, and we're all just eating the apple. Ha ho! Mwah.